Calling Fidelity Investment. My name is Jacob Young with International Trading, and who I have the pleasure of speaking with.
Hi, yes, this is Nia fam.
Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi, yes, I was wondering if you can help answer some questions in regarding depository receipts, or if you need to transfer me to a specific department for that.
I should be able to help you out with that. If it's a U.S. security, but I should be able to still help you.
Actually, I'm not talking about the ADRs. I'm talking about DRs in different countries, and I don't know if you can help me with that.
Okay, sure. What questions do you have?
Okay, I'm not sure if because you guys custodial services also a custodial bank besides doing depository selling services or buying and selling services for customers?
We are not a bank. We are just a brokerage. In
Okay.
fact, we use other banks as our custodian for investment.
Okay, wonderful. So obviously you guys know exactly how the procedure works then, right? I'm assuming. I mean,
Yeah.
that's your job, right?
Uh, yes. And what questions about depository receipts did you have?
Okay, I'm just kind of curious because we're trying to figure out something because we're kind of confused at the moment. So I was wondering if you could explain the step by step, I guess, uh, the procedure and how it's done when normally a depository receipt is purchased. Uh, it's we've been reading the rules, and basically it states that the custodial bank is supposed to have the underlying asset for which the depository receipt is representing, right? So I was wondering if you could tell me in your own words, like what happens when a customer in that country buys a depository receipt that comes from the United States. Are they supposed to have the shares ahead of time to cover all the outstanding, depository receipt listing that they have on the quote for that ticker, or is it uh, kind of like as pay as you go service
Let's
where they
break down
buy?
how a depository receipt comes to be, because
Okay,
that, I think, will answer your question.
wonderful, thank
So
you.
a depository receipt is created by a bank
Yeah,
that has already owned the shares of the stock. The receipt then is traded on the open market by investors.
yeah,
It is a separate investment from the ordinary share.
okay,
So the depository receipt can trade at a different price or a
yeah,
similar price,
yeah,
and it is not the actual ordinary shares,
of
but
course.
representative of it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bank that issues it is the one that actually owns the shares. So when you buy a depository receipt here at Fidelity,
yeah,
Fidelity doesn't own the shares.
of course,
It's
yeah.
whatever bank issued the ADR.
Wonderful. That's great news. So you are kind of basically confirming that it is not a pay as you go type of service where when they buy the depository receipt in that country, then the custodial bank actually goes out and searches for the shares and buys it as requested. They are required to actually have those shares ahead of time. The total amount of outstanding security U.S. securities which the depository receipt is representing. Is that correct or no? That's, I guess,
So, I
my
mean, at
specific
the end of the
question.
day, the bank can convert, so they could actually close ADR shares or create new ones.
Yeah.
If somebody says, hey, I have these depository receipts and I want the underlying shares, great. The bank can choose whether they would like to do that or not.
Oh no,
They are not required to, but they could.
I'm not talking about converting
So
them
they,
to the shares. I'm just actually talking about the custodial services side where, like I said,
I
wait,
understand that, sir, but you
yeah,
asked if they could issue more
no, no,
depository receipts.
not issue more, not issue more. No, no, no. I didn't mean specifically asking for issuing more. I was talking about like when a depository receipt service is created in the first place. When, like, say for instance, AMC just sold or are starting to sell depository receipts down in Brazil. Banco B3 is the depository bank, right? So the custodial service, the depository service is Banco B3 in Brazil, and the custodial service that is supposed to hold the underlying asset is Citibank here in the United States. So I guess my question is, uh, on Brazil's market, the outstanding BDRs, Brazilian depository receipt number is 3.8 billion. So with that being said, at 3.8 billion BDRs at a parity rate of 6-1, which is confirmed by AMC and basically including the custodial services agreement contract between Citibank and Banco B3, it says that it's a parity of 6-1. So given that they're supposed to supposedly have 513 million shares of AMC stock backing the BDRs that is currently being sold as outstanding on their market. I don't know if we're understanding that correctly because there's legal terminology and then the contracts and the laws that I guess it's being misinterpreted by multiple parties. So we need clarification on this from, of course, the source like that deals with this every single day, so that we can come to 100% clarification on the subject.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you can definitely contact them. I don't know where those rules or regulations, whether there's
Yeah.
something different about that.
Okay. No,
But
no.
yeah, typically they will need to have the shirts when they issue the receipt.
Ahead of time, right? It's not like pay as you go. Like when you go to McDonald's, they don't make the food. I guess because it's so quick a bit. Like it's a quick procedure, so you don't they don't make the food until you buy it, right? They don't make the food like yesterday and then serve it today. They usually make it like within
Well, as I said, they can always issue new receipts. But
yeah.
when the receipt is issued, they have to have the share. Otherwise, there's nothing backing the receipt.
Exactly. It's not like somebody buys it, buys the depository receipt down in their country, and then like the depository services contacts a broker, which finally goes out to the U.S. market and it has to buy the shares to cover those BDRs that were just bought, right? Because that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, according to how the rules and the regulation works for depository receipts in general for the United States, because it's pretty similar to every single country, whether it's in the Frankfurt market or in the Russian market or in the Brazilian market. The basic laws from the United States and typically both countries are fairly the same, right? I mean, they want to represent legally like what they're able to do, and obviously they don't want to tread close, lightly on of not making sure they break the law, right?
Right. The laws can vary between
True,
countries.
it does. Yeah, you're right. It does, but generally it's overall the same though. Typically, if you go through the different laws of each one, even when you compare them to each other, right? Like they all basically say you need to have the underlying security first in the depository bank, then they can sell the depository receipts in that respective country, right? That's just a basic normal operating procedure, isn't it?
Again, it can vary between countries. I
Okay.
can't speak on behalf of every country as a general statement like that.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, can you say specifically like for the ones that Fidelity deals with?
Here in the U.S., yes, they have to have the shares in order to issue the receipt.
Wonderful. Okay. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
All
I'm
right.
going to contact City also just to confirm that again. But that's wonderful news. Thank you so much for
Okay,
that.
great. Yeah, contact them since that's their product. Any other questions
Exactly.
I can assist you with your
N-
Fidelity?
no, you did a wonderful job. Appreciate it once again.
Okay.
Take care. You have a great day,
You're
okay?
welcome. Have a great one.
Thank you. Bye bye now.